Welcome to this Odoo Insider session. So I'm here with Clément.
Hello, Alex.
Personally, I'm a business analyst expert in website and e-commerce. And Clément?
I'm business developer for the e-commerce part. My mission is to make Odoo known as a website and e-commerce solution.
Okay, thank you. For today, the Odoo Insider will be mainly about website and e-commerce. So you know, Odoo Insider happens every Thursday from 9:30 to 11:30. And so today will be about a Q&A about web and e-commerce. So if you have questions about other topic, I advise you to keep them for next Q&A session. So next week we'll have Emmanuel who will give the tech session. And after that, we're gonna go back to the regular Q&A sessions. So I don't know if you have anything else to say before we start.
No, I think we can dive in directly into the question if we have some question. So the first one that I can see here is, can we become a client and unique user of Odoo, even if we are alone in the company? Yes, it's totally feasible. So Odoo is based on the number of users, so the Odoo license. It means that you could totally have only one user in the company, and that's perfectly fine. Yeah.
Okay, so you know, we are live on Twitch and on YouTube. So if you hear a question that you don't see in the chat, it's because it's been asked on the other platform. And this session will be in English, so if you can ask your question in English so that everybody can understand it and continue. So do we have other questions coming? Okay, so for the moment, we are waiting for the people to come, so maybe we can show some specific stuff. Do you want to start with something, Clément, maybe?
Yes, I guess the first question here is how can we launch a website and e-commerce on Odoo, because that's the main topic here. Yeah. So maybe we can guide you and then you will have some question and feel free to ask them while we are doing the demonstration. So when you want to launch a new website on Odoo, the first thing you should do is to go on odoo.com here and click on the Start Now button. From there, you will be able to choose the different application that you would like to install into your database. Odoo is a modular solution. It means that every needs of your company will be covered by one module in the system. And the main advantage of Odoo is that it's scalable. It means that you can start with one application and then you can add other application to your system to build on top of it. So in our case today, we would like to start with websites. So for that purpose, we are going to use the website application. And if you also want to have an e-commerce part on the website, you could select this e-commerce application. And you'll notice that as long as you only use one application, you can use the system for free. You will enter a paying plan only when you install a second application. In this case, you have two applications, but website and e-commerce are connected together, and then they are considered as one application. But tomorrow, if my business grows, I will probably have to use a point of sale solution. If I start selling on physical store, and then I will use this application, it's going to add this application on my license, and I have 15 days trial to test it. And then to launch the website, I can click on continue here. And then all you have to do, it's very simple. You just have to fill in the form. So my name is Clément. You can put the address of your database. And you'll notice that Odoo will provide you a .odoo.com domain name. So this is the default domain name, subdomain you will get from Odoo. Of course, if you'd like to link your own domain name, it's totally feasible. We can maybe cover this topic later in the presentation. Then you can simply add your email address. You add your phone number, and then you select the language and your country. And then you can start, and in a few seconds you will have a system that is ready to go, and you will be able to build your website from here. Maybe we can cover this step.
Yeah, I think it's interesting to see also, because for the moment we only chose website and e-commerce. So how do we create the website? Does Odoo help us to create a beautiful website, or how does it happen?
Exactly. So basically, when we launch a new website on Odoo, we have at the beginning of the process two options. Either we start from scratch directly, so we will directly go on an empty database, an empty homepage, or you can also use the integrated tool to help you build it. So if you do that, you will first have to mention the different information of your company. So you would like to create a website for what business they want to launch.
Shoes, let's say.
For a shoe store, with the main objective to get leads, for example. There you can select the palette color, the color palette of your company, or you can even upload your own logo. And it will detect automatically the colors of your logo to adapt the color palette. So let's select one, whatever this one. Then you can already select the different pages that you would like to add on your website. So this is standard templates. Of course, if you want to add more pages in the future, we are going to explain you how you can add some pages, add some content. But let's say that you like About Us company and maybe a page to About Us page and a service page. You can as well already install other applications such as recruitment to display job offer. If you'd like an event section where you can get registrations from an event, an appointment system, a live chat, e-learning section. So Odoo is very vast, and we have a lot of application that we could cover during these 2 hours.
I think we'll discuss that later.
Yeah, definitely. And then if I click on build my website, now I can select the different templates I'd like for my pages, especially for my shop. So Odoo comes with several templates, and that's one of the new features of the V19 is that we have more options on this storefront. And so I can select this one. I can select as well the product page layout here, for example, and then Odoo will automatically create a custom theme for my website. So I have several templates. If I text this one, my website will be launched with all the information I have selected.
And as you might have seen also on the previous page, and you will see it on the website, because we decided that we have a shoe store, we'll have pictures about shoes and about the topic that we selected. So as you see here, our website is directly linked to the type of domain we chose before. So it's about shoes.
Yes. And of course, you have freedom to edit it. That's just a template that Odoo have built for you. But if you access the edit button here, you get access to the edition of the pages. Maybe I can show you how to create a new page. So if you click on new here, you can select a new page. So this place is the place where you will create new pages, new products, new posts, all the items that you will find on your website. So if I create this new page here, let's start from scratch. I can rename it. So for example, services, whatever. I can create it. And then I have this useful drag and drop system. So Odoo comes with a set of predefined building blocks. So you can select them and drag and drop them on the interface. And from there, you will be able to select different layouts, okay? You have this as well, different categories here. So you have columns, you have images, you have contact forms as well. And if I select a block, here, for example, let's take this one. I then get all the flexibility, all the option of the block. So in the second tab, if I click on my block, I will get access to all the options of this block. So I could, for example, change the background color. I could rename it first shoes reseller. So from there, I can start building or designing my website. I can move elements and so on. Yes. So that was for the little introduction. I'm sure that we are going to go more in detail later.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Clem. So I think we have some questions. So we see people from Indonesia and from Amsterdam. So greetings to you also from UK. Yeah, also from I see other countries. So thank you. So first question. I'm not sure to understand this one, but why companies choose Odoo example in hospitality? Do you get that question, Clem? Otherwise, we ask them to specify.
Yeah, maybe you can specify Odoo example in hospitality. So since the last version of Odoo, we had a very big focus on the industries. So we have this new industries module. So if you go into the application here, you can now select the industry package. And from there, we have, for example, the hotel industry. But I'm not sure exactly what's the question. But the point here is that if you installed one of these package, you will get like a pre-configuration of your database with relevant fields, data model that is very linked to that sector, as well as the different applications. So, for example, if I take the construction industry, I will have the quotation on-site installation module. I will get also invoicing, and then.
But for all the industry, we have a page that explains exactly what's in there. So maybe if you are interested in seeing one of those industries, you can directly go there and see exactly why we developed it, what is in there exactly, and try to install it as well. And so you can test it to see if that could fit your need. So that's a big focus we have had in the last 2 years. I would say maybe 3. And I think it's worth taking a look at it if you're part of one of those industries. And we are always building new ones and improving them, so don't hesitate to give feedback. Or
so, for example, here we have the page of the hotel industry, so in the hospitality industry, and there you can see the pre-configurations, how to display the rooms, how to get the most of the planning application of Odoo as well. So, a good point here, if you go on an industry page and you click on Start Now, the industry will be installed by default. So that's good point to know. So here I will have this hotel industry that is pre-installed on the database.
Okay. So maybe we can jump to the next question. If we didn't answer your question, please specify it and we'll see what we can do. So can I connect the website to Google Sitekit? I now use WooCommerce product bundless plugin. I have a product and a customer can check boxes for upsell. Each of those upsell are also being sold individually. In the bundle, you receive a discount. I'm not sure about the Google Sitekit. About bundles, maybe we can show what we can do with the combos.
Yes.
You want me to do? So maybe a small explanation first. So Clément show you how to create a website. We want to have here in this case an e-commerce. A lot of people use e-commerce. So we have the shop page directly here. Here we pre-installed a lot of products, so we don't have to create them every time. And here you can see maybe it's zoomed in a bit, but if we go to a specific product, we can access through this button the backend of this product, and directly here have the possibility to create a combo. So I will create a new product, which will be a combo, and by doing this, I will create a combo. In the combo choice, so it can be for a bundle. For example, you want to sell shoes plus socks, for example. We're going to create a combo choice. It means that you can choose from several shoes and then from several socks to create your own bundle. So let's call it shoes choice, whatever. And here you can directly put what product should be available into this choice. In this case, I don't have shoes product, but I will just put different products from my database. Here, let's say I'm going to put 3 different ones. Up. with their original price, and I can put an extra price if I want to. If this choice is being made, what is the extra price that we're gonna put? In the case of combo, we also wanna put socks choice. We're gonna create it, and same, we're gonna add different product. Let's say this one, and let's say this one. Okay. So by creating a combo, we're gonna sell it at 189, and directly we can go to the website and see what it looks like. So now we have a combo. We have a the deduction of the price directly set that we can check after. And when you select the combo, you now have the choice within the shoes and the socks. So here, as I said, we don't have a shoes product, but that's the goal. So you select this one. Here, because it's a customizable desk, I need to enter a value. So I will just select another one. This one, for example, and this one. And when I add to cart, you will see that the combo has been added, and then I have the two products that are composing the specific combo that are added. I don't know if that answers your question, otherwise you can just specify your question. Just coming back to the shop here, I think what's interesting and something that we launched in 19 is that maybe you can now see that on Over we show the second picture of that product, which was not the case before. We also have a view on the different attributes that are set on this specific desk. So this desk is available in black and in white. And so if you click on it, you see that the second picture appeared on Over, and we then have the choice between the white and the black desk.
Yes. Maybe we can explain how to set up this second image.
Yeah, I will show you just quickly something that I want to show. So here you have the different categories, and we now have different way to display the different categories. So here, the different category, the different styles are here. So we can now show them in a lot of different ways, which was less the case before, I would say. Same for the attributes. So here you see they are collapsed by default. And also, I'm not sure we'll have the case here, but sometimes when you have too many values, they will be also collapsed by default, and you will have a search. I think it's when you have more than 20 possible values, you will have a search that you can look for into the database for this attribute. So Clem, a good question. How do we set up a product that can be sold in black and in white, for example? So we're going to create a new product that we're going to call t-shirt, let's say, because we often take the example of a t-shirt that can be sold in different sizes and in different colors. So on this specific tab, attributes and variant, it only appears if you check this box into, sorry, it's called variants. If you check this box into your database, you will now have access to the possibility to create variants. So did I already create my t-shirt? So as I said, some product can be sold like that. For example, I sell, I don't know, a watch. A watch is just one product. Sometimes when you sell a t-shirt, you want to sell it in S, M, L, XL, and in black, white, and gray, for example. So you now have in this tab the possibility to create attributes. So for example, we're going to choose an attribute. We have some in our database that are already created. Or you can create a new one. Let's say we don't have one, so we create a new one. Let's call the size. And here we have different values. So we're going to add S, M, L. Oh, sorry. You will see when I click on save here, I have now 3 variants. So why do we create different variants? Those are kind of products, but they are called sub-products like variants. Why? Because it's really important when you have a stock to keep a different stock for all variants. Like for example, if I have 20 of M and 20 of Ls but no S, I'm not able to sell the S because they are seen as different products. You will see now I can add the colors. So let's take the color here. gray, yeah, okay, black, white, red. You will see here that a lot of new variants will be created, 9, because it's the S in black, a S in white, a S in red, M black, M white, M red, etc. We can also have exclusion, so maybe the S in red doesn't exist. That we can do, but maybe it's a bit advanced for now. But when you go to the website, people will choose which size they want and which color they want. We can also add a picture on that, and I think that's what you wanted me to show. Do you have pictures on your...
Yeah, I have pictures, but for that purpose I will create another product because I have some pictures on my computer.
Okay.
So let's create a drone, for example, a drone product. So this drone will be available in black and in white. So the color of this drone, the attribute, is going to be black and white. We could as well, as Alexander said, have a second attribute that could be the type of pack with controller. So that would be an option with the controller and another one without controller. Okay. So here I get 2 multiplied by 2, so 4 variants here, and each variant could have its own picture. So if you go there, so let me show you again the path. So if you click on the variants here, you can now select them, and you see, for example, I will get the white with controller, for example, and there I can update the field of this image. So if I click on the pencil here, I should be able to find this. Here I have some products. Controller white. So this one is the white model with the controller. Okay, and you see that I have the one here without controller. So I'm going to put the controller right here. And then if I go, I had the other one that was the white without controller here. And then I'm going to change this image. Save. So you see here, I have the white one with the controller with this picture, and I get the second one here without the controller. But at this point, we haven't put an image for the main product, so you could define an image at the highest level. So here as well, I could have this Falcon drone, for example. That could be another color, for example. Okay. And then if I save here, you'll see that I have my drone. Okay. And here I have the white one without the controller, for example. Okay. And if I click on black, it's going to change. So now a product have a main image. So if you go on the product from here, you have one image, but a product could as well get an extra image. To do that, you can go into the sales tab here, and you'll be able to add some media here. So if you click there, you could add second images for your product. So I'm going to upload a second image, for example, here.
Can be zoom on a specific part of the product,
yeah,
or
the propeller,
another perspective of that specific product.
Yeah. Extra media, for example, this.
Yeah.
I'm going to take this image here, and I will add this. So you see, the main image is this one, and the second one is this one. So if I save here, I can go to my website, and here I get a second image. Okay. And what I wanted to explain is that if you go on the shop now, if you take my drone product here, of course it's not published yet, so I'm going to publish it as well. So to publish a product, I can click there. But now if I go on my my product page, on my shop page, I could click on edit, and I will get more options to modify the layout of these sections of my website. To do that, I just have to click on the shop layout, and here you'll see that I get way more options than in the previous version. If I click on this pencil here, I will have this new button allowing you to get a secondary image at the hover. So if I hover my picture, I will get a secondary image. So yeah, that's how we can modify the display of the variants. If you are curious, you can also have a look at all the new options that we have integrated here. So you can change, for example, the roundness of the curves, the spacing between the elements. You can decide if the category on the side are collapsed or not. You have many options that we can maybe cover later in the presentation.
Okay, thank you, Clem. Maybe we're gonna deep dive into that. If that's something that's interesting for you, please let us know, and we will maybe spend more time seeing the new features, knowing that on YouTube you already have videos about what's new in e-commerce and website that you can also check if you want to.
So we have a question about variants, so that's the topic. Okay, so we have a customer who sells clothing. They have added all the variants for their products, but want to hide the buttons for options that are not available. So out of stock or discontinued, possible. So I guess your question is to hide. So if we go back to our drone, I guess your question is to hide this button.
Yeah, I think it's when, for example, the color black without controller doesn't exist anymore, that you would like to hide it from the people so that they cannot choose to display it.
No.
So we can do some exclusion. So for example, let's say that the black and the without controller doesn't exist. We're gonna go here, and here we see exclude for, and then we choose the without controller. Did you call it drone? Yes.
Yeah.
Without controller doesn't exist in black. So this is an exclusion, and then when we're gonna go there, you see it's black and then it's gray. So we cannot add to cart because this combination doesn't exist. So it's not hidden; it's grayed because still we could have the white without controller. So we chose to make it gray instead of hiding it. So that's one possibility. To answer also a bit more what you said, if we install inventory, because you said, okay, let's imagine that we don't have stock anymore. Yes, I guess I could do that.
Yes.
So now, maybe we didn't explain that, but we chose to install web and e-commerce to start. We always have the possibility to add new apps. So if you are in a free plan, you don't have the possibility to add, to stay in the free version. But if you install it, then you will start to pay. And if you pay, you have access to the entire app store of Odoo. And so now we have inventory, but now that I'm paying for Odoo, I can install whatever I want, help desk, accounting, manufacturing, whatever. So here, what I would like to show you is the out of stock possibility. So here you see inventory default. So it means that when you are out of stock, do you continue selling or not? And do you want to display the available quantity? I'm going to say yes, and I'm going to show you. I'm going to create a new product. Up. And I'm going to create a new product that I'm going to call not APL. Vest. This vest, I need to say I want to track the inventory, as I don't want to sell it when I don't have inventory. I want to track the inventory of that specific product. And let's say that I have 2 units in stock. And you will see that here I come back to the configuration that I just did. to sell when it's out of stock. I chose yes or no. In this case, I'm going to say no, I don't want to sell when it's out of stock. And I want to display the quantity when it's below 5. So when I will go on the website, they tell me, okay, you only have 2 units in stock. Do you still want to add to cart or not? Yes, I want to. I'm going to publish it. And then I'm going to change. I'm going to say, I don't have any units in stock. When I'm going to go back to the website, you see it's out of stock, and I don't have the possibility to add it. We also, it's a new thing that we display now a ribbon on the product automatically to say that we don't have that product in stock anymore. So if I type also from here, you have the possibility to see that it's out of stock. How did it happen? I'm gonna just show you quickly because it's new from V19. In the product ribbons, we now have out of stock. You see it's assigned when out of stock. So when a product is out of stock, we want to display that specific ribbon. If you don't like how it's done, you can change the corner or to make it a badge. Personally, I prefer the badge, and I would like to have a color more like that. I prefer it looks more like Odoo. Then you have also the sale. So if a product is in sale, because the price is lower than before, it can also be assigned automatically when it's on sale, and the ribbon will be assigned automatically. Same for the new. When a product is new in your catalog, you can also automatically assign it. In this case, we'll put it back to manually, and I will just show you that now it changed for the product APL, no vest, sorry. So now you see it changed, and it's. I think it looks better like that. And
if I'm not wrong, you can also edit the style of this layout directly from the page. So if you go here on the edit button, you click on that button, you select the product here, and now I believe you have this ribbon option here, and there you can the display of the options. So can I remove the for example on my drone, can I remove this option if my product is out of stock? So if I don't have a white product in black, can I remove it? If it's out of stock, you won't have the possibility in standard to remove the attributes of
I don't think it's possible. No.
But maybe with some custom development, that's a strength of Odoo, is the fact that you can develop the solution, but it's not standard behavior on the standard database.
Yeah, and maybe you don't have it for the moment, but it will be back in stock in 1 week, so you don't want to remove it. That's I think that's the choice that they made in R&D.
Your point is totally right. Maybe you would like to show the customer that you have this variant in stock, but unfortunately this week you don't have it. But that's not especially the reason why you'd like to hide the fact that you sell this product. So yeah, that's really a business logic that we should discuss. Okay. Do we have other questions?
Yes. Can I use one coupon code with different discount percentage for different categories, like coupon 123 valid for 10% on table and 20 on chairs? So I think yes, but we'll check that now. So I think it's called. I think we need to.
You have to activate it.
Yeah. How to get the coupon here in this case? Conditional rule. The minimum quantity will be 1. The product. Okay.
So yeah, basically here what Alexander is doing is that when we use a discount program, you have one condition and then you have a reward.
Yeah,
so you have to set up a conditional rule. What will be the trigger of this promotion? So that's what we can see here in the left column, and so Alexandre is configuring like the minimum quantity. For example, I like this promotion to start when we have a basket with 10 products, for example. And I can also basket with 10 products, for example. And I can also define among what kind of product does this promotion apply. Do I want this code or this coupon to be applied to a certain category or to all my products?
Yeah, but in this case, the conditional rule is how do you get that specific coupon?
Exactly.
And what I think the question is more about, it's like more about the reward.
Yes.
So the reward is if I get that coupon, because we can also generate them manually and then send them by email, for example. I want to give a discount of 10% on all the order or on specific product.
Exactly.
If you choose the discount on a specific product, you can choose which product manually, like define all of them, discount product categories, and I think that's the question. So we're gonna give 10% on furniture.
Or table, yeah.
And we're gonna add another reward and add 20% on another specific product, which will be services, let's say. And now you have your coupon that can apply 10% on furniture and 20 on services.
Exactly.
I think that was the question.
Yeah, that's
so but it was about tables and chairs, but yes. And from here you can generate coupon. I'm gonna just give it a fake name. And you can choose to generate 100 coupons.
Yeah.
And to give a validate or to a select customer, and then you can choose the customer that you want to. So I want to generate for him, her, all those guys. I'm gonna generate coupons specifically from them, and you see I can generate and send them coupon, and I need to put a specific description.
Yes. Maybe a side note here about the coupons and promotions. A very important point is that it's shared among the different applications. So in case you have physical store and you also have an online store, the promotion program can be shared between the different applications. And I believe that's really a strength of Odoo, the fact that you can have a gift card, for example, bought on the shop, but that can be used on the point of sale into Odoo.
Yeah, we didn't show yet because we didn't have the question yet, but the big power of Odoo is that everything is linked together. So we now talk about the website. You have seen that the website is a bit linked to the product into the backend, but we can then link it to the sales and then to the portal. We can then create like invoices. We can also have help desk events, as we said before, but it can also be linked to the point of sale, so you can do click and collect. That's the big advantage of Odoo. And
I think that's really what makes us different from the other CMS and e-commerce solution, is that native integration between all these different modules, as Alexander say, without that complex third-party connections, and just everything is out of the box in the system for €20 per month.
Or free if you only have one app.
Yeah, but then you don't have all the all the applications.
But still, if you install e-commerce, you have website, e-commerce, invoicing. So you can already run your e-commerce, and when you have, when you start manufacturing your product, you install manufacturing, and you only pay 20 a month. Yeah. So
Yes.
Okay. Next question.
Do updates disrupt the use of the modules? So the updates, so just to give a context to this question, so every year Odoo release a new major version of Odoo, and then we have to update the system. The updates is included into the price of the license, and if you use Odoo in its standard form, so out of the box, you won't have any trouble with the updates. Sometimes the updates might be a bit more complex if you have custom development on your database. We mentioned it before. One of the strengths of Odoo is the fact that it's open source, it's customizable, but then it's when you customize the solution, you will bring an extra layer of complexity on the database. And of course, this custom development should be adapted to the next version of Odoo. So in that scenario, there is a risk of complexity at the updates, but
most of the clients don't develop, and our goal, at least at Odoo as consultant, is to use Odoo standard, and that's also why we spend so much time and effort in R&D to have the best solution possible out of the box,
Yes.
and every year it improves. So I think it disrupts a bit the use of the module every year. Why? Because we improve the tool. We only show you a small part of what has been done in 1 year. So you have to imagine that every year we improve our tool. And I think a website 2 or 3 versions ago was not looking at all as it's looking right now. And we are really pushing the e-commerce and website at the moment. So honestly, we can handle most of the needs directly out of the box. And so you don't have any problems with the updates. You only have good news usually with the new solutions.
Yeah, to make it simple, the answer to your question, no, you won't have trouble at the upgrades, at the updates. If you are using the standard form of Odoo, the modules won't be discontinued.
Okay. How can I link my e-commerce website to a shipping company and enable customer track their product in real time? This will make our online marketing trustworthy without a physical shop, so please help. Okay, so maybe we can directly show it.
Yeah.
I won't be able to show it until the end, but I'm going to show you. So 2 things that are really important when you run an e-commerce is that, okay, I'm going to put my products, people are going to buy it, and then we need to deliver it to their home. So how do we do it? So we have 2 steps. The first one is the payment provider that I'm going to quickly explain, and then the delivery methods. So about the payment providers, you need to have someone that can receive the money. So when you go on an e-commerce, I guess all of you already bought something online. You arrive to the next step. So you give your information, you add to cart, you add all the information, and then at one moment you need to pay by bank contact, by a credit card, by PayPal, whatever. And then this is thanks to one of the payment providers that we have. In standard, we offer all of those. So the most used are PayPal, Stripe, Molly, and Edion. The one that we push the most is Stripe. Why? Because it's really easy to install. You just have to click install, and then we push you to the, you click on Connect Stripe, and then you get an onboarding directly on the Stripe website linked to Odoo. So you give your email address, you give your information, and honestly, it takes 5 minutes. I did it yesterday. And then people are able to pay. When they pay, money goes to Stripe, and every month or every week you receive the money from Stripe. You can choose the period. And you have access if you don't want to use Stripe, but maybe in other part of the world, Xendit is more used, Worldline. You can choose whatever you want. You also have wire transfer, cash on delivery if you want people to pay when you deliver, but mainly people use Stripe. Demo is nice to test when you are not live yet. And then the question that interests us is the delivery methods. So you have tons of different ways to deliver, and so I'm going to show you one. Here you can choose to put a fixed price, so it means every delivery that I do costs €5. So you put a price of 5. Okay. The thing is that then when someone purchases on your website, you need to take your car and go to the person and deliver it. It sometimes works in B2B or if you have a small shop, but more often than not, people want to use providers, and so sorry. If you want to install a provider, I need to give it a name. You have all of those providers available in standard as well. So you have DHL, FedEx, UPS, bpost in Belgium, and the one that is the most used, I think, is SendCloud.
Yes, but maybe there is just one little detail here. SendCloud is a platform that gathers several payment methods, while DHL, UPS, FedEx have their own delivery. So DHL, FedEx, UPS are connectors to one single supplier, while a module such as SendCloud gathers everything in one single platform. Yeah. So yeah, that's
yeah, I think that's the most used, and I honestly that's the one I sorry, SendCloud. That's the one I recommend to my client. Why? Because you will see. I need to find it. Products, I think. product.
Yeah. The first.
Yeah, sorry.
Then you have shipping.
Yeah. And so you see, that's only a small part of what they have, but DHL, DPD, FedEx, UPS, you can be directly linked to all those ones with only one linker. So that's the one we recommend the most, because sometimes people connect with FedEx, UPS, because they need to deliver in the UK, but also in France and also in Belgium. And so there you only have to have one subscription to SendCloud and everything is linked. We don't oblige you, we give you other possibility, but I think it's the most easy to use and that can fit the most needs.
Yeah.
And thanks to linking SendCloud, to go back to the question, when you do it, when people will then purchase on your website, the price of your shipping will directly be taken from SendCloud. So people will see exactly I tried to show, I won't be able to show you everything, but I think it's this one that I created. Up. Yes. So the price of the sending will be taken from SendCloud, directly, and you can decide to apply a specific margin on the rate because you handle the product, so you want to make extra money of it. And then people will receive an email directly from SendCloud telling them, okay, your shipping will be soon on the way, and then you receive all the emails directly from SendCloud, and sometimes also from the platform that SendCloud uses, like FedEx. You receive email directly from FedEx telling you, okay, this is your tracking ID, and then Odoo doesn't send the emails about the delivery, but SendCloud handles that automatically.
Yeah. And I believe we had information about that. Tracking. Yeah, so I won't have an example here of the tracking system, but
okay, but we did also talks about SendCloud during Odoo Experience. Odoo Experience is an event that we do every year to present the new features of Odoo. And so if you type Odoo SendCloud, I believe you could find 1 or 2 video explaining really all the steps. But here we discussed about SendCloud, but it's the same for FedEx and bpost. All the emails is directly, we give them all the information, and then UPS, for example, sends the information to the client directly. And so you have a full tracking of everything.
So next question, Alex. Maybe you get the answer. When will Odoo be officially compliant with the French regulation regarding e-invoicing?
Okay, so just for your information, it's more linked to Europe for the moment. So and also Belgium. So as you know, we are in Belgium, and so the e-invoicing starts in January, so in less than 2 months. And I think in France is also kind of the same date. So Odoo is already compliant now. So I won't be able to show you exactly all the steps. We also have talks about that during OXP. But if you install accounting, we can do the first steps. I'm not an accounting expert, but accounting.
You forgot.
Yeah? Okay. Let's do it like that. So to answer the question, yes, we are compliant. And I'm going to try to show you how. So here we call it PayPal. It's not there yet.
I think you should install.
Okay. No. It's because of this. Okay. So it's PayPal electronic invoicing. So if I want to be compliant, I need to install PayPal. So what is invoicing? It means that we need to send all our, in Belgium, B2B invoices to the government via a specific platform, which is in our case PayPal. So I'm going to activate electronic invoicing. I'm going to give my information about my company and my phone number. I'm going to activate PayPal. In this case, it's a demo. Then I need to install the contact. Sorry. Up. I install my contacts. And then I'm gonna reload this page. It's there. And then when I create a new contact, that I will put in Belgium to be sure. Where is Belgium? Belgium. Okay. Up. And now in the accounting, here, by default, in V19, it will be sent by invoicing and email. So based on the, where is it? VAT, sorry. So everybody has a specific number for people. Usually, in 98% of the case, I think, it's taken from the VAT. So instead of being B047, it's some 2 or 3 letters and then numbers. So technically, based on the specific VAT number, we can know in 98% of the cases the PayPal ID of the client. And so based on that, every time we'll send him an invoice, we'll be sending him invoice directly through PayPal. And it will be automatically sent in the XML format to the client via email and through e-invoicing to the government through there. And you can check also on each contact if there is an endpoint defined, and also on each invoice if this invoice has been sent through PayPal and received or not. I think if you need more information, you can directly check. We did some webinars and some videos at OXP about PayPal.
Well, so we got another question going back to the coupons. I saw that a coupon could. I saw that on a coupon you can have an end date, but I didn't see the setup for a start date. Sometimes sometimes I would like to prepare discounts for the future. Indeed, you don't have by default start date on the coupons. So if you create a coupon here, you you have the start date.
You have a start date here.
Okay, yeah, I thought you didn't
but
have.
sometimes in Odoo, it's true that we don't have the start date, but only an end date.
Yeah, true.
And we then assume that the start date will be when you create it. But you can always create, archive, and unarchive when you want to use it.
Exactly. Okay, so indeed, the start date is there. Well, can we upload 360 virtual picture of a product? Yes, we can, but there is a little trick. So to do that, we are going to use what we call an iframe. First, what is an iframe? An iframe is a window you will create on your web page, taking content from outside. So regarding the 3D product visualizer, you have some platforms like 3D visualizer. I think it's Doug. For example, this platform is a platform allowing you to upload 3D models on their system, and then when you are connected to this, you will get an embed portion of code to integrate on your database to display your products. So I have an example. Let me just take. Let's take this. So yeah, for example, if I take this one, so this kind of code is the one I will get from this platform. And if I go back to my website here.
So just to make things clear, you add a 3D file that you uploaded on the website CDoc, and they give you a code that you are now going to implement on a website. Exactly.
So indeed, so here I'm going to create a new product. Let's create, or I already have my drone, I think. Drone here. And if I click on edit now, I could use that embed block of content. So the embed block of content is this one. Let me find it.
You can search for it.
Yeah, I will search for it. This one. So you can search for embed, and you will get this one. Here, it's like a window on your website. So if you click on this block now, you can inject code for external code. So here I'm going to paste the code that I would get from another system, such as Seduc, or for example here Sketchfab, which is another platform. And there I will have my 3D model integrated on my website here, and I will get, for example, the possibility to load it and to move it. At this point in Odoo, it's not possible to have it here, so it's not a 3D model that we are going to implement on the database itself, so it comes from outside. However, I know that we have some third-party modules. So just to give the context, Odoo have the native application, but we also have a store of third-party application. And I've seen last time a 3D viewer, website 3D viewer, for example. I don't know this one in particular, but if you install that third-party module, you will have the possibility to get 3D viewer directly into Odoo, and I guess then you have to upload the model directly on the database. But yeah, third-party module. The standard options to do that, so without installing a third-party module, is to use the solution I've just explained.
Which is already working and fine, I believe.
Yeah. And maybe I can continue on this. So of course here I've integrated a 3D model, but this iframe option is very useful for many other scenarios. For example, let's say I have a map. So my maps. I have a Google My Maps here to display my different stores of my company. All the physical location where I have shops in the world. This kind of service, for example, could be integrated with the iframe as well. So if I click here on embed on my website, I will also get that kind of code that I can take. And you'll see that if I replace this, I will not have a map displaying my shops. If you want to change the CSS attributes of this map, I think you could directly change the width here and place it at 100%, for example. So it takes 100% of the width of the block, of the available width here, and then you get.
And you have the possibility to play with it. It's not an image; it's a real map.
I can. Yeah. You should really consider it as a frame, a window on another website, so you can interact with it. Okay. There are other examples, but yeah, this one is a very common one.
Yeah, that's a question we often get. Yeah, so voilà. If you have other questions about that, you can ask them, but I think it's interesting. Next question. I have a question about point of sale. Okay, we'll see if we can do something. I've configured both the make to order route and the manufacturing route, and even created a custom route and applied routing to the product category. Despite all this configuration, a manufacturing order is still not created automatically from point of sale. I think today is not the good day to ask that specific question.
It's very specific.
I would suggest to come back in 2 weeks when we have the regular Q&A session to answer those questions, because we want to tackle today website questions. But thank you for your question anyway.
Yeah.
Can we generate coupons number from 1 to 1,000? For example, let's imagine you have to invite people to an event limited to.
But I'm not sure to understand the link between the coupon and the events, so maybe we can clarify it. So the coupons is maybe what you mean by coupons is a ticket, an event ticket. But here, when we speak about coupon, we are speaking about like a code that you can apply on your shop to get a discount.
Yeah.
However, if your question is about tickets and events, Odoo has the solution as well. So
Yeah, I think it's the good moment to explain a bit
yeah,
what we could do. So for the moment, we have a website where we have the e-commerce and the normal website, I would say, installed. And now you would like to create an event because, I don't know, you want to organize a sale or an event explaining regulation about drones. And so you're going to create a new event, and Odoo allow you to do that. So still with the 20 euros you pay every month, you have the possibility to install the events app and create your own event.
yeah. So if you install the event application, you will now have a new tab here, event, and a new URL with /events. And from there, you can create new events. So these are samples. An event could be set up. So what you see here is the view that the visitor of your website will get. And then you can modify it with the web editor easily. You can change the text, you can change the images, everything. Yeah, you can set up all the information of your event. And then people can register. So here, of course, you can define that this tickets sale is unlimited, or you can define a certain amount of tickets. To do that, you have to go on the backend side of the event application. So either you go from the dashboard of Odoo, or you can directly click on this button to access the event configuration. Oh. Okay, I misclicked. Here. So now I can define here the different types of tickets that are available. Maybe I have a standard ticket that is at $1,000 and a second one VIP at 1,500. And you could change as well the maximum amount of tickets that you could sell for that event.
So two things: you can limit the registration per event to 200 attendees,
true.
And then per ticket as well, because you only want to have 5 VIPs, which makes sense because VIP are specific and they need to be seen as different.
So yeah, that's a good example of the native integration of the website. So the website on Odoo is not only a static website, that could be as well an e-commerce, but it could also be useful to display events, to display job offers. E-learning. We could have also a support section. We have that contact form as well. So that's really the point of using Odoo here. The strength of Odoo is that native integration with all the
yeah, and we also have one that is really used a lot is the online appointment. So if you are a hairdresser or something like that, you want people to book slots into a specific agenda, and we also have an app to do it. So I think we cover most of the needs that people, not most, I think all of the needs that people could have with a website.
Yeah. I watermark in picture of the online store will be available. So I guess your question is, if I upload a picture here, for example, I take this block, I upload any picture, for example, this one, you would like to get a watermark by default? I think no, this is not planned to do that.
But you can upload your picture with a watermark.
Yeah, you could.
And something maybe we can show about the pictures is also the fact that we are linked to Unsplash that allow us to have tons and millions, I guess millions, or at least thousands of pictures for free. So if you type drone here, you will see a lot of free pictures that you could use on your website about drones. Here it's quite generic, so I don't know what to take, but you can just take a picture. It will be there in good quality and free to use. So it's really it's really nice features that we offer to all the users of the website. And
the pictures come from unsplash.com. So this collection.
Okay, thanks. Just so you know, one more question and then we do a small break of 5 minutes. But we'll be back in 5 minutes later, and we will be there until 11:30. How does cross-docking work in the inventory module, and how does dropshipping work in a subcontract bill in the manufacturing module? So I think it's the same as point of sale.
Yeah.
I advise you to come back in 2 weeks to ask that specific question because it's we
very
are
specific
not
and
inventory experts.
Yeah, but as well, the topic of the presentation is more focused on the website and e-commerce.
Okay, so we're gonna do a small break and we come back in 5 minutes. So it will be at 10:43. Thank you.
Welcome back, everyone.
Welcome back.
So yeah, we will continue that live to answer your question about website and e-commerce. So is it possible to create a birthday reminder like the day before birthday according to field in employee module, that date of birth?
Technically, it should be possible with an automation.
So maybe you can explain Studio as well?
Yeah, good idea.
Because, so the first thing in Odoo, by default, on the contact level, you don't have the birth date field. So if I go on my contact, Brandon here, or let me take a person contact. So, for example, okay, I'm going to take Mitchell admin. Him. Here, I don't have the birth date. However, with Odoo Studio, you could add a field. So Odoo Studio is a useful tool to help you change the data, add some fields, and create automations on that field. So when you install Odoo Studio, you will get access to that new interface here, and you will be able to add a new date field. So here I have the date, and I could add the birth date. So let's birth date. Yeah. And now on my contact level, all my contacts in my database will now get that field, birth date, that I can change. So that's the first step, how we can edit the data model. But then what you would like to do is to create an automation. So Odoo Studio, on top of allowing you to add information on the data structure, will also help you to trigger automated action based on a specific value on a field and so on. And in your case, you would like to have an automation like the day before the birth date, you will send, for example, an email.
Okay.
Yeah.
We can try to do that together.
Yeah.
So I open Studio, I open automation, and I'm going to create a new automation rule. So here, I'm going to put automation...
birth date reminder.
Birth date reminder. Up. And the trigger will be based on date field.
Delay 1 day before.
1 day before.
So 1 day, yeah.
Yeah.
So here Alex is configuring the triggering of the action.
So I say here, I want to trigger based on a date field, which is the birth date, and 1 day before the date field, I'm gonna add a new action. Okay. This new action will be to, for example, send an email, and then I'm going to choose from an email template that I have, or I'm going to create new one, birthday coming.
Yeah.
Birthday coming. And I'm going to create it, and I'm going to modify it, so watch out. Sorry.
Do you have access to AI in this?
I think I do, but I will
you
show.
didn't install the module yet, yeah.
And here in the settings, we say that the recipient will be, I guess, the manager want to receive something like that. And so you put your email here. Okay. Just by doing that, you can change and update everything. Here, every time that it will be 1 day before the birth date of a contact, a specific email address will receive an email. In this case, it's applied on all the contacts that you have, but you might want to change that because you only want to do that for people that live, for example, in Belgium. So you can select if the country is Belgium, you generate that automation. Otherwise, you don't. And it means that now we only have 5 people who live in Belgium compared to the 57 we had before. Just for the record, Here, the person was asking on the employee modules and not on the contact modules.
Sorry, I
But
didn't read it.
technically, I guess it's because the birth date already exists
Yeah, in
on
that case, yes.
on the employee module. But so the automation is the same. It's just that you have to change the field that you want to target. But technically, it's the exact same thing.
Exactly.
But thanks, Clément, for giving us the possibility to show what Studio is capable of. It's only a small part. We have videos, a lot of videos on YouTube and everything on how to use Studio, what you could do with it. It's really, really powerful. And it allows us to kind of customize the database, but without adding specific code. So the Python cannot be added via Studio, but still you can add fields, you can add a bit of automation thanks to that, but not create a new logic into Odoo. If you want to add logic into Odoo, you need to go through a development.
Exactly.
And yeah, so
well,
like that.
Thanks, Alex. So the next question is, if I want to go to an Odoo website, if I want to go for an Odoo website, so build my website on Odoo, I have to camel hosting from my current provider and only keep the domain name and email hosting. Is that right? First of all, Odoo has two kind of hosting. If you start a new database directly from Odoo, you will be hosted, the database will be hosted by Odoo directly. However, Odoo also have an option to host the database on-premise, and then you will have the ability to put it on your own server. But I mean, if you don't have like customization or real reason to get it on your own server, it's of course recommended to use the hosting of Odoo, which is free by the way. So if you launch a new database from here, the hosting will be free, and it's not limited by the size of the database. So this is for the online version of Odoo. There is a third option, which is Odoo SH. Odoo SH is a specific platform allowing you to do custom developments while being hosted by Odoo. In that case, the hosting has a cost, but this is not what we are talking right now. So to make it simple, if you launch from the website from Odoo, the hosting is provided by Odoo. And then remains the domain name and the email servers. I would recommend you to keep your your domain name, and then you will link it to the database of Odoo. To link your website to your Odoo database, first you have to go on odoo.com and go into your portal. So if you go there, you will get access to all your databases here. So this is all my databases related to my account. And from there, if I click on the gear here, I will be able to click on domain name. So yeah, here it's in French, but that's the same in English. And I will have the ability to use my own domain name. And from there, I can point to my domain name. But of course, you should have a second step, which is pointing from the DNS zone of your domain provider to the Odoo database. It's not very difficult to do, but we won't be able to do it now, obviously. But we have all the documentation available. So if you go on domain,
if you type domain name Odoo here, you have the entire documentation. It can seem complicated, where it's not. It's 3 steps, and Odoo work with CNAME.
Yeah.
Okay, so what you have to remember is that you just have to create a CNAME from your DNS, which is generally, let's say, OVH. You create a CNAME from your domain name, which is clément.com, to your database, Odoo database, which is clément.odoo.com. Once you have done that, you do the step that Clément showed on your portal on odoo.com.
Yes.
And then you link it directly from there. And then you have a third step, which is in your database. You have to link the domain to the specific website in case if you have 2 websites, for example. Something that we can you stay there?
Okay.
We can show is that this applies when you have already a domain and that you are switching to Odoo. Okay, but you also have the possibility here to get a free domain name. So Odoo will offer you a free domain name for 1 year. So if you do it, you can do it.
Yeah. Just I wanted to put it in English. So
okay.
So
Yeah.
here I
So
have domain names.
And you can say get a new domain name, and here you can search for a domain which will be I don't know. I want to have Alexandre Pullman, which is my name, and I want to see all the domain names that I can have. Here, the .be is already taken by me, so it's not there. But I can select the alexandrepullman.com, select it, and request to Odoo to have this, and they will offer it
for 1 year.
For 1 year for free.
So you don't have to pay anything for the first year, and then after the first year you will have a price. I think maximum to $30 per
Yeah, I think
year.
it's like $30. It's so you know it's taken from Gandhi, which is a DNS provider, and so then you will receive directly an invoice to pay. I think you don't have the H.
Yeah.
And so that's taken from there. But in order to start, I think it's really nice to have a 1 year domain for free. So you can do it like that as well.
Yeah.
Next question: is it possible to publish products in our website with a timer system? So yes, can you go?
Yeah, just give me 1 second to go back to my database.
Yeah. So same, I think we can do it. It's not standard, but if you have a studio, it's I think quite easy to create an automation. So what you have to know is that on the product itself, you have a field that I think is published. So this is a field on Odoo, and let's say that this product is not published. We will just create an automation to say at that moment I would like to publish all the products containing this. So the product is the product. The trigger is
publish product.
Trigger is we'll check. Based on a date field, maybe you want to add a new date field on the product which will be publishing date, and then you say, okay, I want to publish 0 hours after this date will be published date. And then you're gonna add an action, and the action will be I know it's a bit technical, but I answered the question. Publish is to say I want to update the record. Which record do I update? Is
the published date.
No, we need to is published.
Yeah,
we're gonna
published,
update is published to yes. By doing that, it means that every time we're gonna arrive to the published date field, which we can change and put another one, the field is published will be updated to published. So technically the product will be published. So it has a lot of publish, but
yeah, exactly. So that's the point here. Just let me close it. So what Alexander explained, it's really that we can define that the published field, where is it?
I don't know.
Oh, it's moved. So here, if I go on my product, that this field basically will change at the date.
Yeah, to yes, so to published.
Yeah.
I hope I didn't lose too many people, but technically it's possible. I know it's a bit technical. Okay, I think that's good for this question. Question about rental. Amy, can you just scroll a bit down? How do you set up seasonal pricing? Example, given rental price during months July and August is different from, say, May and June, and from the rest of the year. Can we apply a different VAT for each line of... Okay, this is another question. Okay, so we're going to take a product. And we're going to take I think there is one...
No, you have to install rental module.
Ah, yeah?
Yeah, so indeed in Odoo we have a rental application, so we have to install it here, and then we will get more fields on the product level.
And I think we're also gonna have a rental product now. Projector is a rental. Yes. Yeah. So you can choose here on the product itself. If you want to make it rental, you make it rental, and then you have rental price. And you would like to define that per day it's gonna be
The first one.
yeah, it's gonna be €1, and you would like to change the price based on the date. I need to check because I don't know the answer, to be honest.
I believe it's not a standard behavior, as far as I know.
Wait, because I may have an idea. Because on the price list, you can put price list with dates.
Okay, so maybe by playing with the price list,
Yeah.
you would like to set a price.
We will check. So here you can have a price list saying so for a daily and for a price list given, let's say default, it's €1 per day. And now we're gonna try to create another price list saying that for a specific period, we are gonna put another price. What are price lists, Clem? So price list is like usually you sell I don't know a watch to at €100, but for some clients you would like to sell it at 80 because they are VIP clients or maybe they often purchase. So we can create price lists that are gonna apply a different price to the same product. In this case, we are gonna try to tweak it in order to put a specific period on it. So we'll take the same price, the same product, sorry, which I think is projector, and the period will be daily. Wait, because I thought we had some
Start
end
date,
date.
end
Yes,
date,
start
yeah.
date and end date. Okay.
Indeed.
So what the product
Projector.
Projector. And validity period. Okay, that's only one date, and then end date. And this is weird. You see the end date?
It was on the. No, close it.
Yeah. Yeah, but when I click here, it opens like that.
Okay. Validity period. Je crois que c'est un secteur sur un champ, quoi.
Okay. Okay, it's a start date anyway, so you can put then another. It's possible with another prices that will have a start date that is different, or you can directly also archive this specific price list at a certain date. So it's a workaround, but it should work. June, let's say. I'm gonna put June. And a price of 3. Up. Okay. Let's go back to our product. Projector. Rental price. So here, June default. Oh, sorry. I will just check something. I'm gonna explain after what I did. Now let's try to go onto the product. Projector here. I want to have it daily and not hourly. So why don't I have daily? You have an idea? Rental price, daily 1. Okay.
No, because you have a price list on the. You are in the price list Benelux on the website.
Okay. Well seen. Up. And I don't have the default.
But the thing is, the price list is not associated to the website yet.
Okay. And I have a country group also.
I think you should make it available there. This Benelux. But if you go on the new price list.
I need this one.
So what Alexander is doing is to make the price list available on the website. So price list is set up at the backend level. It can be only used in the backend as well as on the website. For example, this use case is very useful if you have one B2C and one B2B website on the same database. You can apply a B2B price list and a B2C price list. So what he's doing now is to apply this price list to the website.
We have too many companies and too many.
Yeah, but I believe so. The point here is that there is probably some workarounds to do it. So the point is to play with the price list in order to change the price of the rental according to a certain period of time. You don't have a field at the product level allowing you to change the price directly per period, but we believe that by playing with the price list, you should be able to find a solution to do that. But of course, we need more time to think about it and to configure it.
But I think it could work with the workarounds. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't want quotes and order in the same list. Every time someone adds something to the cart, the quote is created. Is this something you are planning to change? So a quote is like the previous steps of the order, actually. So in Odoo, how does the sales order work? Is that here you can see that we have three status. We have the quotation. The quotation is the first status, so it's not sent yet to the customer. It's still a draft status. Then you have, once it's sent to the customer, you have the quotation sent. And then once you confirm the quotation here, if I click on confirm, it's gonna. I have to. I have to add some products. So whatever, I'm going to take random products, and I confirm this. Create a warehouse. Okay, I don't have warehouse. Wait, we have just a configuration settings to tweak. Perfect.
Create a new one because I think it will be linked.
So let's create a new order here for OpenWood. We are going to create this and we are going to confirm. And then you see that the quotation has been converted to a sales order. And from the sales order, you will get two different flows. One is the delivery flow, okay, so the stock movement. And in parallel, you also have the possibility to create the related invoice to the sales order. So the sales order is central in the operations because it triggers the delivery order and the invoice process. And now the question is, I don't have the question.
Yeah, the question is
do we plan to change the way it works? I believe no.
I don't think so. Okay. For me, what I understand is that they don't want to see that because they are on the same list, and you would like to have a list with only the confirmed orders and not everything.
Okay.
So if you go there, can I?
Yeah, sure.
So you can see here all the orders. By default, when you go to the website, it will be you will be a default filter which is confirmed. So you won't see the quotations. So the people that add to the basket, and you will only see from the website. So the problem comes when you arrive here and you see everything that is not confirmed yet. And so you have always the possibility to put a filter and say, I only want the confirm directly by default.
Yeah.
If you go via the
sales application, but it's not installed, but let's install it.
So if you go from here, you see everything that's in quotation and in sale order, but only what is assigned to you, so not everything that has been done via the website. So same, you can just go here and put sale order, and here, or you can create your custom filter and you save the current search as a default filter. It means that every time you will arrive on this view, every time you will arrive on this view, you will have this specific filter. Another possibility, I need to go into debug mode. I think it's here. Do you see the domain? Okay, no worries. So you can just save it like that, and if you wish, you could put also a domain on the specific view and create another view. Something that also some clients do, because what you have to understand is that a lot of people come and add something to the basket, and then 2 years later you have thousands of baskets full, empty, maybe not empty, but people that don't come back, abandoned basket. And so some people, they like to delete all of them or to archive all of them so that it doesn't pollute their database. But also people that added something to the basket is also a good way to generate sales after. And so what we have is we have a settings about the abandoned cart. And so if you do that, people that have abandoned a cart for, in this case, 10 hours, but you can change that, will receive an email saying, okay, you abandoned your cart, please come back to our website. Maybe you can offer a 10% discount at that moment, or whatever. But it's also a possibility to generate revenue. So we don't plan, from what I know, to change that.
Yeah. So just to give a precision here, the abandoned carts, in fact, are a sales order that is in a quotation stage, actually. So all the abandoned carts will be here in the orders quotation, and they will be at the first quotation level. Okay. Any options to connect the payment with related purchase order? Also, how to track the payment, like under approval, upload to bank, payment done?
So here we are talking about purchase order. So for the moment, we only talked about selling. So a selling is a quotation, then a sale order, and then we will invoice. Here, in this case, we are talking about purchase order. So in order to have purchase order, you would need to add the purchase app, and then we can do it.
I'm just showing you. So this is the purchase. So to, as Alexander said, just to get to send purchase order to suppliers.
Yeah. And so what we can do is the exact same, but the opposite. Instead of selling, you are purchasing from a vendor. Is it there or not yet?
Yeah, it's there.
Okay, sorry. Now we have a purchase order, which is here. Every time we purchase something, we can then receive, or we can upload a bill. And if we upload a bill and we have a payment going down, we can see the status of the payment. The same as for an invoice that we are selling. We will see the payment, but it's not the goal of today's talk. Yes. So maybe we won't go into
detail. So can we give access to sellers to Odoo to publish their products? So what I understand from the question is that you would like to create a marketplace, so you would like to create a website where you have suppliers, or at least vendors, that are going to sell their own products. So a bit like Amazon, you will have one central platform with several retailers. In standard, Odoo is not adapted for that use case, so we don't have a standard way to create a marketplace. I believe on the store we have some options here. Marketplace here. So first of all, we have connectors to other marketplaces. But regarding the marketplace, Odoo vendor marketplace, I don't know, to be honest, this module. So I don't know exactly how it works. But I guess this kind of third-party module will help you to have retailer account on the website and start selling your product. But to make it clear, by default on Odoo, we do not cover this scenario.
It would be possible, for example, if you have two vendors, to give them access to Odoo as well. The problem here is that they cannot publish because they don't have access to Odoo. But if you buy an access for them, which is 20 euros a month, usually people don't do it for their vendors, but it might be a possibility if you have one or two to give them an access so that they could create new products and publish them. So technically it's possible, just that often people don't want the vendors to have access to their backend.
Yeah, but then all the orders will enter into the same database, and they won't really be able to manage it from the portal, their order, and
there
so
will
on.
be other questions. I
So
agree.
yeah, there will be. It's a complex use case indeed. Depending on the level of complexity you would like, we might have some workaround, but yeah. I believe personally that if you really want to go further, you will need a third-party plugin to do that. For sales, when attributes are given and there is no combination or attributes created for a given combination, and for some reason it's the first combination, the attribute value are the first ones, is it showing then a product not available? I
Can
believe
you scroll,
yeah.
Amy, please?
How to change the published product e-commerce page so there is always one variant in the backend so customers don't get not available when they open product page. So I believe it's related to the first question we had previously. So the fact first that you cannot hide the combination if the product is not available in stock.
No.
But
I get the question. So
yeah.
I think the question was, so if we take something with more variants.
Customizable desk.
So okay, it's if you are unlucky and the white and steel doesn't exist, people will see this product as not existing. So what you could do, and I'm not sure it will answer your question, it's remove the white and put it back after.
Yeah, so you're changing the sequence of the attributes in order to change the.
Oh no, here in this case it doesn't work. I think I need to.
I think
do
it's
it
at
from
the
there.
attributes level.
So it was color.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, exactly.
No, it's not that color. Sorry, we have different colors. One, yes.
So there you will put black first. First one. And by the way, you see that the image has changed.
Yeah. So we change now, and the color black is the first one, and so by default, it's not the one that's out of stock or not available that it will be shown. So that's how you can tweak it a bit.
Yes.
If necessary.
So you can change the order of the attributes, of the values of the attributes, but you can as well change the display of the attributes itself.
Yeah.
So in the same logic, if you go to the attributes section here, and you put the color here on top of the list, you should get a change in the display. Yeah, see, the color now is first.
And also something about this, if you don't like how the legs are displayed, you could also go into attributes, find legs, and here we display it as a radio button, but we could choose pills or selection, for example. I will show you pills. Okay, not from here. Okay, we should have opened two tabs, but so here it's displayed differently, and you can also put a selection, and we have 5 or 6 ways to display those.
I would like to add something on the color then. If I go to a runbot, for example, I believe we have some example. So sometimes you would like to have maybe you don't want to have a specific color like this, like a plain color, but you would like to get a texture like this one. Okay. To do that, you can go at the same place where at the same menu here. You go into the color. Where is the color? It was the first one, I guess. Here, you see. So you can define a color with the color picker tool, okay, black for example, the exact nuance, but you could as well define a specific pattern, okay, here. Instead of selecting a color, you can add a specific pattern in case you sell, for example, that kind of texture.
Yeah, and not only for the colors. Now we also have that possibility to put images. So you see image on the right.
Yeah, true.
For example, if you are selling stores, like the different way to attach the store could be. I need to show you an example, but I will do it after. But technically, instead of just displaying, if the logo is on the top left or on the top right, you could show a small thumbnail of a logo on the top left and on the top right, and it will be way easier than before it was just text.
Yeah, exactly.
They are asking if we can show the name of the app that you showed before.
The name of the app that
on the App Store.
Okay. So the name of the app was this one, Odoo Multi-Vendor Marketplace. But again, I don't know this app. I've never used that. So you should maybe contact directly the company that has created the app if you have a question about it, and you'll find other alternative there as well.
Okay, thanks, Amy. So Amy is our man today, and it will be hosting the tech session next week. So thanks to him, we can now host today.
Well, next question. Can we upload and download databases of clients, new leads and products? And is how you manage the relation with all clients coming from website as a pipe? Is there another Odoo app to add and link here? I believe, as far as I understand the question, you would like to generate leads. What you mean, new leads, and download a new database of clients from the website. If it's the question, then what you could use, because you're mentioning as well another app, you could maybe use the CRM application. If you use the CRM application, you will then get a pipe of prospection, so you can now manage all the requests directly from the CRM application. So in the CRM application, you will get a pipeline of requests. You could create them manually, of course, or that's the power of the integration. If you go on a website, you can create a specific contact form here, and you could change the submit action. So instead of classical form that will send an email, you could define that this action is going to create an opportunity into your system, as well as any other thing. It could create a customer. It could create as well support ticket, for example. So I'm going to create an opportunity. I can define which sales team is going to receive that, maybe a specific salesperson, whatever. And then if I save it.
And more specifically, you can also select which question you're going to ask to the people.
Yeah, of course. You can, you want to change the field?
No, but just to tell that we have the possibility to change the fields.
Yeah, exactly. So we have the option to change the fields, and all the fields here. The advantage is that they are the fields from the backend. So all the fields that you can see on the form, in reality, they are the fields on the contact form on the backend. So if I update the name, it's going to update the name field of my contact. So of my opportunity in that case. So if I do it, just like a test request, I need info, whatever. I submit it, and then I get on my CRM. I will get that new request that you can see here, and I will be able to start working on here and just treat it as a customer request, send a quotation, create an invoice, and just also communicate with the customer, log note, schedule activities, send emails directly from Odoo. So yeah, that's. I hope I got the question. I'm not exactly sure, but
I'm not sure about the first part of the question.
Yeah, download database of clients. This is not
but
clear.
So we can import the database of the client. So if you have 10,000 clients that you would like to import into Odoo, it's quite easy to do. I don't know if that's the question, but in Odoo, all the models can be imported.
So
and so you can just import an Excel and
you can import and you can export as well. So all the information, let's say you get, you'd like to use Odoo and you would like to import all your contacts. You could go here on the contacts module, and you could create. You could go directly on the import section. From there, you will find an import template. So if you download it, it's an Excel file. with columns that you could fill in order to import the records. And once you upload so let's download it, for example. Here I will get that contact import template. Let's open it. So that's just a basic template, but you will get the name. So all the columns here, in fact, are the fields on your contact level. And then you fill in all this information, and then you can re-import your file once completed. So here I will select it, and Odoo is going to match the columns with the existing Odoo field. So it will automatically find the right field. However, if you would like to change and import the name on another field, for example, you could change it as well. And then you can test, and you can, if everything is valid, you can import this into Odoo, and then you will import a record. And the opposite, if you'd like to export the contact or any other data from Odoo, you can select them here, and you could click on action, and you could export it. So if you export that, you can select the different fields that you'd like to export. So these all the available fields on the data model. And then let's say I would like to, I will take a random field, but the address, activity state, whatever. Here I have this field, and I can export all into a single file. So this is how we export data and import data into Odoo. I hope we answered the question.
Yeah, I think so. Next question. So we have approximately 5 minutes left. We'll see where we are in 5 minutes. Maybe we're gonna last for 5 extra minutes. We'll see where we are. Can we apply different VAT for each line of product in the invoice? So if I get the question right, yes, we can. So each product can have a different VAT. So for example, here we have sales tax applied to 15% because we are in the United States. But if we want to have another, let's say, I guess we have a service line. No, we're going to create one. Service. And we can apply a different tax. Why don't I have? Okay, this one will be at 0. And so it means that if now I'm going to create sales, can be done via here or via the website, doesn't change anything. Adding a product here is the exact same as adding a product to the basket via the front end. So I'm going to add a service here. You will see the tax is 0%, and I'm going to add something else, and here it's 15%. And so you ask on the invoice. So I validate my sale order, and now I'm going to create an invoice. And here you will see I have one line at 0% and one line at 15%, so 2 different lines. And then we have the amount of tax here at 0%, so it will be 0%. But you can create your own taxes as well if you need to apply different taxes. So I think the answer to this question is yes.
Okay. So the next question is a bit specific about planning application. Let's say if we can answer. Let's see if we can answer it. But so the person is using the planning in Odoo 19 with a resource which has 2 roles. Sometimes when I assign a sales link to this resource, it takes the other role and not the default one. Did I miss something?
Honestly, I don't know. I think as we have only 3 minutes left, we'll go to another question. But if you think this is a bug, don't hesitate to open, and I think we could show that.
Yeah, of course. So if you go on odoo.com, you can go directly on help here, and you can first ask AI to get a first answer. And if you want to go to ask a human, you can just click on this button and then fill in the form, and you will be in contact with someone to help you and answer your question.
So maybe it's a bug, maybe it's not. It's just a wrong configuration, and so they will tell you and they will help you to use it the best way possible.
Okay, so next question is very interesting about the email marketing module that we haven't covered yet. So indeed, in Odoo we have an email marketing module to allow you to send mass mailing to customers and contacts. So the question here is, by using this module, can we send directly emails to the contact stored in the contact modules? Or do those need to be exported and re-imported in email marketing separately? That's a very good question. So here on the email marketing application, I will have the opportunity to create mailing, okay? First, you should know that this application has an option to get mailing list. A mailing list is a list of email addresses. I'm not using the terms contacts because it might be confusing with the contacts of the database. It's just a set of recipients. Here we'll get a list of mailing list contacts which are not a contacts into the database. The reason is that maybe you would like to buy a list of leads of 20,000 leads. You don't want to create a contact for all these email address because they are not very really contacts. So you would prefer to have it as a mailing list. So that's the first option. You can import and get also this email address from the website directly. However, when you create a mailing here, let's create this one, you can change the recipients. So either you are using an existing mailing list, so exactly what I've shown before, the newsletter list, or you could use instead the contact here section. So instead of taking the elements from the mailing list, we are taking the contacts from the database. And from there, you can add conditions. Maybe my mailing is only for my contacts that are located in France or in United States. To do that, I can select the country field, and I would like to have I'm going to say contains United, and you see that's let me do it again. So here I add 50 records in my database in my contacts. If I add this if I add this condition United, I will get 32, and then I can go further. I can say okay, let's say I would like to send an email to all my customers that already have an order. So they already made a purchase at my company. So I can have a sales order, and I'm going to say it is set. And then from 32, I have now 11 records. So you can combine the rules in order to target a specific audience. So that's how it works.
Yeah. So email marketing is really powerful. Can I just?
Yeah.
Okay. You can also from the email. Where is it? When you create a new one, you can also create templates. You can also really send everything, and you saw maybe that it looks a bit like the website builder, where you can also just drag and drop blocks and then continue and go and target specific field from the backend if you want to make it more personalized. So you can go and dynamic placeholder, go to the person and say, hey, Clément, welcome to our database. Do you want to have something? And it can be really specific to your contact with the countries and things like that.
Yeah. So we received another question for can we avoid uploading vendor bill option to create a vendor bill directly without uploading any invoices? I believe we could take it for next week. Our colleague will be happy to answer that question. I think we are reaching the end of the presentation. To finish it, I would just like to take maybe 1 minute to explain a service that we offer, which is the web design services. So in case you are interested in creating your website, it's good to know that we have a service internally to help you build your website on Odoo. So you can visit design.odoo.com, and from there you will see different projects, different websites that we have implemented directly from Odoo. We have implemented with the team. You can also contact us if you have a specific project that you would like to discuss, and then we could explain you. And then on top of this design service, we also have the SEO service.
Yeah.
So just let me. It's there.
It's there.
Yeah.
Okay. So you know, we also offer the SEO service because a lot of people they struggle to have an online presence. I would say to be well referred into the Google search results. So we decided to launch. It was I think 2 years ago, the SEO service. And if you go to, I think Amy will also send the link on LinkedIn, but you have the possibility to boost your visibility. And here we explain the process. So we do a kickoff, we analyze the keyword, the competition, the website. We present you the result of our audit, and we train you on how to optimize the SEO on the website. And we've already done that for more than 50 clients, and we can really have an impact on those. And it can be combined with the design, and so we now act as I would say a web agency for the client, where we can help them from A to Z to have a website that's working, available online, and can be found easily as well. So don't hesitate to go to this website and to contact us if you have a question.
Exactly.
We'll be happy to help.
Yes. So I think we are at the end of the presentation.
Can you just go back to the presentation
yeah, sure.
of the beginning so that we can present
the very first slide?
Yes.
This one?
Yeah,
this one. Okay.
Yeah. So just so you know, every Thursday from 9:30 to 11:30 we'll have those presentations. Not always with Clément and me, but next week will be Emmanuel who will be handling it about a tech session. And so next one will be tech session, and then regular Q&A session again with Antoine or
yes. So it's
let's see who.
Every Thursday at 9:30 Belgian time then.
Yeah. Thank you guys.
Yeah. Thanks everyone.
Have a nice day.
Yeah.
And see you
See you
next
soon.
time.